This episode is brought to you by the Italian Wine Academy, teaching WSET levels 1, 2, and 3 in English, right here in Verona, the home of the Italian Wine Podcast. Want to become part of the international wine sector? Need a worldwide recognized certification? Don't know where to start? You can easily complete our courses while you enjoy the fun and excitement of Verona. Make your vacation good value for money by adding a wine certificate to your souvenirs. Visit our website at italianwineacademy.org for more information and sign up today to start your personal adventure in global wine education. Welcome to Jumbo Shrimp Wine Study Maps. We have specially created this free content for all our listeners who are studying for wine exams. This has been a journey of development since Stevie Kim discovered Rosie Baker's hand-drawn maps on Instagram through 2 years of work by our in-house editorial and graphics team, and now the maps are available to purchase in beta form while they undergo the final proofing and editing by our expert advisory board. It's a 3-layered project because we know everyone learns differently. We now offer the complete box set of 39 maps, this series of podcasts with the maps narrated by our crack team of wine educators, and finally, the study guide book, which will be published later this year. Our MAP project is in no way a substitute for the material set out by other educational organizations, but we hope all the wine students out there will find our MAP project a new, exciting, and useful tool for learning. For more information and to buy the maps, please visit our website at mamajumboshrimp.com.
I'm Gill Gordon-Smith, and this is the Jumbo Shrimp Wine Study Map Guide. Let's have a recap of the different types of sparkling wines in the world. If we think about the different types of sparkling wines made using the traditional, transfer, tank or Asti method. So Spain, most famous would be Cava, and most Cava is dry with medium acidity and has some character from yeast autolysis. Cava is quite an unusual DO because it covers a number of different geographic areas across Spain, but the vast majority of Cava comes from the Catalan vineyards centred on the town of Sant Sadurní d'Anoia. Other notable areas where there are vineyards permitted to make Cava include Navarra, Rioja and Valencia. The wines are made by the traditional method. The difference is they spend a minimum of 9 months on lees compared to Champagne, which has to have a minimum of 12 months on lees. Traditional grape varieties are used, Macabeo, which is Viura, Charolo and Paraleda for the white wines, and Garnacha and Monastrell for the rosés. Most Cava's dry, with medium acidity and some character from yeast autolysis. These differ from the bready, toasty characters you'll find in Champagne. You'll find it to be more smoky and rubbery than bready. Cava can now use Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, though some traditionalists believe that this detracts from Cava's point of difference. Most Cava's non-vintage and is ready to drink on release from the winery. They're usually a little bit lower in acidity than most Champagne, which gives them a more easy drinking style, which is extremely popular. Germany's famous sparkling wine is Sekt. Germany has an enormous market for sparkling wines and has the highest per capita consumption in the world. And most Sekt is made using the tank method. Base wines usually come from France or Italy, but they're made sparkling in Germany. If you see the words Deutsche Sekt, that means that it's made sparkling in Germany from German-grown grapes. The best are made from Riesling. If all of the grapes in the sparkling wine come from one of the 13 Anbaugebiete, those traditional regions in Germany, then they can be called Deutsche Sekt BA. Some of the top estates will produce wines from individual vineyards or Einzellager using the traditional method, but this is rare. In the New World, Australia, we make sparkling wines in a wide variety of styles. So we're looking towards the cooler regions such as Yarra Valley, Adelaide Hills and Tasmania, and they can produce complex, elegant, traditional method wines, usually from Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. These wines are made in a multitude of styles, including non-vintage, vintage, rosé, blanc de blanc, and blanc de noir. So inexpensive sparkling wines are normally produced in warm regions such as the Riverina and usually produced by the tank or carbonation method. They're quite fruity in style and come in a range of sweetness levels. They might use a lot of different grape varieties. Sparkling red wines aren't unique to Australia, but this is the country where they've had the most commercial success, usually at Christmas.
Are you enjoying this podcast? Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, for fascinating videos covering Stevie Kim and her travels across Italy and beyond, meeting winemakers, eating local food, and taking in the scenery. Now back to the show.
However, there's been a significant decline in the sales of these sparkling red wines over recent years. The best sparkling reds are typically made from Shiraz, but some wineries have produced excellent examples from Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. So inexpensive wines will be made using carbonation or the tank method, and better examples are produced by the transfer or the traditional method. Generally, the wines are full-bodied with red berry fruit, smooth tannins, and a little bit of residual sugar. New Zealand has an established reputation for high-quality traditional method sparkling wines made from the classic champagne varieties. Its relatively southern position in the southern hemisphere and maritime climate with cool sea breezes means that it can ripen Chardonnay and Pinot Noir slowly enough to produce elegant sparkling wines. A range of styles is made, including non-vintage, vintage, rosé, blanc de blanc, and blanc de noir. Grapes for sparkling wine production are grown in all the wine regions, with the exception of Auckland. However, Marlborough produces the highest volumes. The warmer regions in the North Island produce a richer style compared with the wines from the South Island, and producers often take advantage of this fact to make cross-regional blends. Sparkling Sauvignon Blanc is also produced, usually by carbonation or the tank method, because they want to retain the intense aromas and flavours of this aromatic grape variety. In South Africa, wines made by the traditional method are labelled Method Cap Classique. Fruit is sourced from throughout the Cape, and the best wines are made using Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. Site selection is very important in South Africa because the climate's very warm, and the best sites are found on hillside slopes with a southeastern aspect or near the coast. Many premium producers belong to the Cap Classique Producers Association, which recommends that its members age their wines on lees for a minimum of 12 months. It's not necessary to be a member of the association to use the term Cap Classique, and producers outside of this association have to age their wine for 9 months to call their wines Cap Classique. There's a large domestic market for sparkling off-dry to sweet carbonated sparkling wines in South Africa as well. In the USA, California is responsible for the vast majority of sparkling wine production. The best wines come from the cooler locations, such as Los Carneros AVA and Anderson Valley AVA. Premium wines are made using the traditional method, generally using Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, and they typically spend extended aging on the lees. Up to 5 years is not uncommon in the USA. Many of the best wines display concentrated complex flavours balanced by high acidity. Large volumes of inexpensive wines are made by the tank method or carbonation, and these wines are typically fruity and often medium sweet to sweet in style. They are made from a range of grape varieties grown in the warmer, high-yielding regions such as the Central Valley. There is a range of quality and some outstanding examples.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Italian Wine Podcast, brought to you by Italian Wine Academy, offering WSET levels 1, 2, and 3 in English. Visit our website at italianwineacademy.org for more information and sign up today to start your personal adventure in global wine education right here in the heart of Verona. Remember to subscribe and like Italian Wine Podcast and catch us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and wherever you get your pods. You can also find our entire back catalog of episodes at italianwinepodcast.com. Chin chin!
Hi guys, I'm Joy Livingston and I am the producer of the Italian Wine Podcast. Thank you for listening. We are the only wine podcast that has been doing a daily show since the pandemic began. This is a labor of love and we are committed to bringing you free content every day. Of course, this takes time and effort, not to mention the cost of equipment, production, and editing. We would be grateful for your donations, suggestions, requests, and ideas. For more information on how to get in touch, go to italianwinepodcast.com.